My name is Marcos Saldaña. I'm age 16. I went on the Kids trip in 2008, and I have cystic fibrosis. Well, cystic fibrosis is a chronic illness that affects the lungs, liver, pancreas, and mostly in the lungs that causes a sticky green mucus to form, and we're not able to fight infections off real well, and it starts deteriorating our health over time. Then here's my weekly pill regimen, and it's about 35 to 40 pills a day. My favorite moment of Kids, they did this fireworks show for everyone, so everyone gathered at Epcot. I was wearing a hat that I always wore as a fedora. Next thing I knew, Kid was wearing it. Next thing I know, Al was wearing it. And then Shannon was wearing it. And then JC was wearing it. I think it was one of the best parts of the trip for me. It was just the interaction I had with all of them.
Getting to see my child's face light up and all the different things he got to do and that I know we would have never been able to do. And I just can't thank Kid enough. Kid, what you did for my child, I will remember forever.
On October 7th, I had gone into the hospital. I went into ICU because I was having a lot of trouble breathing. That was the last time I'd be able to get out of the hospital for the next 2 months. During that time, Kid was one of my biggest supporters, coming to visit me quite often in the hospital, and we'd have so much fun. They evaluated me, and they did the process for a lung transplant, and January 7th, 2012, I was transplanted. I was only on the waiting list for 1 day. I think if I was ever having a bad day, just seeing Kid come through the hospital door and saying, "Hey Marcos, how's it going?" I'm like, oh my God, I think it was one of the happiest things I can remember.
It was just this really heartfelt friendship that was made. I remember at the beginning when Marcos would be in the hospital and he would call me and say, kind of like, like, "Can I go play with Marcos today?" It was like one of his friends. And so I would say, "Oh yeah, sure, you can come." Just knowing that Kid was gonna light up my child's face was priceless.